I used to be a big leg press hater, but recently I've completely changed my mind. It's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite exercise out of every single exercise I perform for every muscle group. So in this video, I'm going to kind of talk about why I changed my mind and why I now love the leg press. First thing, it fries my quads like no others. Today I had a leg day and it was my second leg day of the week, and I do leg press on my second leg day of the week. So that was the first exercise I did today. The burn, the mind muscle connection is just amazing. The stimulus for me is just amazing. It might be different for different people, but for me personally, it fries. There's no other exercise that burns as much as the leg press, that fries my quads as much as the leg press. And yeah, the reason why it fries my quads so much is because I use really good form. Most people, okay, just you probably saw it on the thumbnail. I have pretty big legs. Want to know how much weight I used today on the leg press? I used 80 kilograms. I did on the first set I did literally 80 kilograms for 10 reps. Second set I did 80 kilograms for 9 reps. And third set I did 80 kilograms for 7 reps. 80 kilograms was enough to fire my quads, even though I have pretty big quads. A lot of people, I even remember there was a girl in my class. I'm a lot stronger than her. She used to flex about how she could use 100 kilograms on leg press. Yeah, if you use horrible form, then I can totally understand why you can use 100 kilograms. But if you use good form, what good form is on the leg press, you place your feet as low as possible. A lot of people place their feet really high. Yeah, you can use a lot of weight when you place your feet really high, but don't really get a good stretch on your quads. And it's like, yeah, you can use more weight, but the stimulus is just not that good. You get some extra fatigue because you're using so much weight for a lot less stimulus. So place your feet as low as you can place them, while still keeping your heels on the pad. Place them as I literally place them at the lower end of the platform, as low as possible, and then you just go super deep, going as deep as possible. I literally go so deep that my calves are pretty much hugging my hamstring at the bottom of the movement, and my shoulders are close to touch my biceps. No, my shoulders, my knees are close to touch my shoulders or my biceps. That's how low I go. And you might be kind of surprised. You might think to yourself, yeah, that might be bad for your lower back, or your lower back is probably rounding a lot. But another trick that I have is I place the back pad as low as possible. You know, the back pad, you can actually adjust it on most leg presses, and I place it as low as possible. And I also just widen my stance. A lot of people think that a narrow stance is better for quads, but on a leg press, it doesn't really matter that much. So if you need to take a wider stance so that your knees can really go apart, like can really go beside your body, not just stop because your chest or your stomach, but it can really go to the side and around your body. Then you need to really take a wider stance, not like a crazy wide stance, but just a little bit wider stance. And you also need a good machine, of course. A lot of leg press machines are probably pretty bad, but I'm pretty lucky that the leg press machine at my gym is pretty good. Like I can go really deep. The resistance curve isn't absolutely horrible, and yeah, I can go really deep on it. Like pretty much the point where the machine is kind of stops is pretty much the point where I reach the end of my range of motion. So that's why it's really good for me. And I also have very long legs. So for people with, I would say, shorter legs, that might be a little bit different. So yeah, you need a good machine. Another cue that really helped me that I learned from Renaissance periodization is when I do leg press, I always take big chest, big tummy out, chest out, big chest. That allows me to go deeper without rounding my back. So really think yourself big chest, round your back, your upper back, round your lower back. And another thing that I do, I always place something on my lower back. I place like even today, I place I take some yoga mats and I fold them into two, and then I place them on my lower back. It really pushes my lower back forward and makes sure my lower back doesn't round too much when I perform the exercise, even when I go super deep. So really go deep on the leg press. That's really what makes it different. That's how you can really feel that amazing burn. Like the burn that I felt today, it was so crazy that afterwards, I just did 3 sets. Afterwards, my nose, literally the inside of my nose was burning as if there was something in there because of how, like, the stimulus is really high for me, but the fatigue is probably also pretty high. But I think the stimulus is actually worth it. It's worth fatigue because stimulus is just so good for me. It just fries my quad. but you have to use good technique using the different cues that I gave you. And yet, also don't keep your feet straight like this. Turn them out a little bit, just a little bit. Turn them out, and then just go as deep as possible. Calves to hamstrings. If you have a horrible leg push machine that doesn't allow you to do that, then yeah, go and look for another exercise. But if you have a good leg push machine, I would greatly recommend you try it out. Like I was such a hater when it came to this exercise, even though I never tried it. I never tried a leg press, and I was just sitting there saying, "Oh yeah, leg press is pretty bad. Oh, leg press isn't a good exercise," even though I never tried it. But when I actually did, I just realized how goated this exercise was because it's actually so good. The mind musculation that I get from it, there's no other exercise that gives me the same mind muscle connection and that fries my quads to the same extent as a leg press. So if you have the chance of having a good leg press machine at the gym, I would greatly recommend you try it out. And use good technique. I'll give you the different cues that I use. Place something in your lower back, big chest, big tummy. Place widen your stance a little bit. Go as deep as possible, and place the back pad as low as possible. If you use these different cues, you'll probably be able to go really deep on the leg press if you also have a good machine. And if the resistance curve is also good, where it makes it more difficult, closer to the stretch position, then you just try it out. Do it at least once. And for me, the stimulus is so good that I could actually just do 2 sets of leg press, and that would be enough to really drive a lot of hypertrophy. Because the burn, the stimulus is so good, I could actually just do 2 sets. Like at the start, I actually did 5 sets of leg press, and I slowly reduced it because I just knew, okay, if I kept doing just 5 sets, I'll probably not be able to recover from all of them. So I reduced it firstly to 4, and then today I just reduced it to like 3 because I knew 3 sets were more than enough to really fry my quads on the leg press. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it valuable. If you're want more help from me and you're interested in my one-to-one fitness coaching, then you can just click the first link in the description. And yeah, don't worry from comfort. Chase it.